It's my great pleasure to introduce you to Mr. Alois Ruf himself, who will be your host this afternoon. My name is Simon Kitts.
Listen to this. That glorious sound was a naturally aspirated flat-six Mesger engine that was heavily reworked by Ruf Automobile to power the incredible RGT 4.2.
Fantastic. I mean, hopefully I'll try and get some more driving shots of this in a sec, but it is a crazy car. Loving it.
Ruf Automobile is most famous for its cutting-edge performance CTR series cars, but since 2000 they've been building another lesser-known series that are essentially hot rods for automotive purists. This series is called RGT, which is short for Ruf GT, and these cars are Ruf's faster and more powerful response to Porsche's GT3, featuring large displacement, naturally aspirated engines, manual transmissions, and a lighter curb weight.
Some things have, and some things will.
In 2012, Porsche introduced the 991 Series 911, which was a huge departure from the previous 997 generation 911 in both good and bad ways. On one hand, the 991 was unquestionably beautiful and featured a near-perfect design, with the exception of the huge marker lamp lenses in the front. It was also faster than the 997. But on the other hand, it was huge and heavy. It also ditched the beloved 5-analog gauge cluster, was extremely tech-focused, and was clearly made with a greater focus on emerging sales markets than Porsche's automotive purist customers. To Porsche's fanbase, the introduction of the 991 was somewhat like the introduction of the 996, leaving many people feeling that the latest version of the 911 excluded too much of what made the 911 great. And that is when Ruf decided to step in.
Now here, this is the RGT 4.2. This is the strongest normal aspirated engine that we offer, with 525 horsepower, with a stick shift gearbox, with a manual gearbox only. And you see also the fender flares on this car, which is our wider version of this automobile. And the fender flares are bolted on, which gives the car a very distinctive look, like the idea like muscles growing out from the body of the car.
Today's video about the incredible RGT 4.2 is sponsored by Porsche Art Prints by Arc Driver Automotive Photography. These unique Porsche prints are a great way to improve the aesthetics in any room in your house, and a great way to help support this channel. They feature museum-quality printing on heavy-duty paper that has a partly glossy and partly matte finish. You can check out the entire collection by clicking on the link in the description below. Now back to the RGT.
So here we have the Ruf RGT. It is absolutely insane, and excuse the noise here, but it's a crazy car. Look how wide those fenders are. It's mad. This is a really cool car. It's so special. This happens to be the only one in Asia as well, so it's quite a car.
The RGT 4.2 starts life as a Porsche GT3. Then Ruf installs an internal roll cage that strengthens the chassis and is completely concealed by the interior trim. Next, the interior is lightened, and Ruf installs a set of their 935 lollipop-inspired carbon fiber seats. Then they install a custom Bosch electronic engine management system, a new suspension system co-developed with KW, custom carbon ceramic brakes, and a custom exhaust system. For the power plant, Ruf completely sidesteps Porsche's brand new engine for the 991 GT3 and brings in a more preferred Mezger flat 6 engine, which it reworks to the tune of 4.2 liters, 8,400 RPM, 369 pound-feet of torque, and 525 horsepower, which is a 50 horsepower increase over the 2015 GT3. Ruf also installs a new dry sump lubrication system and an external oil tank. And if there's any question about just how purist focused this car is, here is the view of the 2015 GT3 engine bay, and here is the view of the RGT's engine bay. Next, Ruf replaces every single body panel except for the doors, and while the appearance of the RGT 4.2 is a bit more extreme than that of most other cars manufactured by Ruf, the new body features many visual nods to racing Porsches of the past. The front was strongly inspired by the 911 3.0 RS with a protruding center air intake and the two circular intakes on either side. And the bolt-on fender flares were inspired by the 993 GT, or 993 GT2 if you like. The RGT shares wheel dimensions with the crazy insane CTR3 Club Sport, and multiple custom wheel designs were available. In 2015, Motor Trend tested the RGT 4.2 and said, while the purist of the 911s has become a digital track tool calculated for the best lap times, Ruf's alternative has remained a wonderfully analog, rebellious hot rod. The cost of this fantastic machine was $355,000, but the information I found does not specify if that includes the cost of the donor car. There actually was one for sale that I came across in my research, and according to the internet, it's still for sale, but I contacted the dealership about a week ago and they never responded to me. So with the internet being the internet, I need to assume the car is no longer available, but the car was located in Malaysia and the asking price was 1.78 million Malaysian ringgits, which translates to about $376,000. Which seems like a pretty good price for this car, all things considered. And if you're wondering why you've never heard of this wonderful machine, it's because fewer than 10 were built. Thanks for checking out this video, and don't forget to check out my Porsche art prints, which are linked in the description below. And for more Porsche content that you cannot find anywhere else, click here to subscribe.